Hello everyone, welcome to ENbreeEN, the daily news analysis provided by Team Enlight. Today we'll be discussing on four major topics. First one, Swachh Survekshan 2021, Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, Visakhapatnam, as well as Exercise SHAKTI 2021. So let's get started with the first one. First one is regarding Swachh Survekshan. So why it was in news? It is because the recent survey, that is recent Swachh Survekshan 2021 ranking was recently released. What is it? It is an annual survey of cleanliness, hygiene, as well as sanitation in cities as well as towns across India. So it actually aims to rank the cities based on cleanliness, hygiene, as well as sanitation. It was launched as a part of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and the first survey was launched in 2016, which covered 73 cities. And by 2020, the survey has actually covered 4,242 cities, which in fact has been acknowledged or considered to be the largest cleanliness survey in the world. Ministry of Housing as well as Urban Affairs is responsible for this survey, and it is actually supplemented or supported by Quality Control of India as its implementation partner. The major objective includes encouraging large-scale citizen partnership, ensuring a sustainability of initiatives that are taken for garbage-free as well as open defecation-free cities, and to provide credible outcomes which are in fact validated by the third-party certifications, institutionalize existing systems through online processes. And apart from this, it also aims to create awareness on the importance of working together towards making towns as well as cities more habitable and sustainable. The major aim also, the major one of the most important aim is to foster healthy competition among the towns and cities so as to improve their service delivery to citizens and move towards creating a cleaner city. So these are the major importance or major objectives of Swachh Survekshan survey. Now, regarding the observation of 2021, Indore has been recognized as the cleanest city in India, and it has actually retained this position for the fifth time in a row. The second is Surat, third is Vijayawada, fourth one is Navi Mumbai, fifth one is New Delhi, and the sixth one is New Delhi Municipal Council. So these are actually cities with over 1 lakh population. 1 lakh population. This is actually the cities. And regarding the cities which have less than 1 lakh population, Maharashtra's Vita city as well as has been ranked as the cleanest one, which is followed by Lonavala as well as Sawad. Now moving on, regarding the states, Chhattisgarh has actually been recognized as the cleanest state in the country, and Maharashtra comes second, followed by Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh. And these are the states which have been classified in the category wherein it is having more than 100 urban local bodies. Regarding those states which are having less than 100 cities, Jharkhand has been recognized as the first one, which is followed by Haryana as well as Goa. District-wise, Surat was recognized as the cleanest district, and it has been followed by Indore as well as New Delhi. Now, apart from this, you also need to, so these were about the Swachh Survekshan. Now, apart from this, you also need to understand what is Safai Mitra Suraksha Challenge. It is an initiative of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, which aims to promote mechanical cleaning of sewers as well as septic tanks in 246 cities. So recently, the president has asked the Ministry of Housing as well as Urban Affairs to expand it to other cities, that is all cities in the country. Apart from this, you also need to understand what is Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0, which was launched in October 1st of 2021. It has been launched with the goal of making all cities waste free by 2026. So, as far as your prelims is concerned, you have to focus on what is Safai Mitra Suraksha Challenge as well as Swachh Bharat, the salient features of Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0. So this is regarding Swachh Survekshan 2021. Now moving on, the next one is regarding Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. Now, what is it or why it was in news? It was because a week-long celebration that is dedicated to tribal communities in India has commenced on November 15th, and it is still continuing in the country. Now, what is it or what is this Janjatiya Gaurav Divas? So recently, the cabinet have decided that from 15th, that is on 15th November, every year 15th November would be celebrated as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, also known as Tribal Pride Day. So this is to commemorate the birth anniversary of the legendary tribal freedom fighter Bhagwan Birsa Munda. So acknowledging it, programs would be organized across the country, which would be honoring the legacy of the tribal freedom fighters who so far have not been recognized duly. and it also acknowledges the glorious history as well as cultural heritage of tribal communities. Apart from this, it also recognizes the efforts of tribals for the preservation of cultural heritage as well as promotion of Indian values. So this is regarding the Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, and regarding Bhagwan Birsa Munda. He was actually born in November 15th of 1875. It was in present day of Jharkhand in a traditional or in a tribal Munda family. And during his childhood days, the Britishers had infiltrated or came into this tribal areas, into these Munda, into these tribal areas, and they started feudal zamindari system in the Chota Nagpur region, and it destroyed the tribal Kunkati. It destroyed the tribal Kunkati agrarian system, and also apart from that, they also brought in outsiders such as money lenders, contractors, as well as feudal landlords also, and they actually aided the Britishers in their exploitation. Apart from this, the missionary activities also continued, which were actively supported by the British Raj, and they continued to insult as well as interfere with the religious, cultural ethos of Adivasis. So Birsa Munda, acknowledging or understanding these issues, he actually worked to refine and reform the religious practices. He discouraged many superstitious rites, and also he brought in new tenets as well as work for restoring tribal pride. He also invoked the sovereignty of tribal ancestral autonomous control over the land, and that was what he done, and this actually made him acknowledged by the tribals as their leader. And he also led many revolt against the Britishers. And later on, he was captured by British police and was lodged in jail, where he died in captivity in June 9 of 1900. So, acknowledging the fact that the feudal zamindari system that was introduced was actually exploitative in nature, Britishers later passed in 1908 the Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act, which restricted the transfer of tribal lands to non-tribals and gave Adivasis a huge relief. And it actually also became a landmark legislation for the protection of tribal rights. The British regime, apart from that, also took measures in order to stop forced labor, also known as Ved Bigari. So this is regarding the importance of Birsa Munda. And moving on to the next one. Recently, INS Visakhapatnam was launched. It was commissioned today. So what is it? It is a P-15B stealth guided missile destroyer ship, which was constructed indigenously using indigenous steel DMR 249A, and is also among the one of the largest destroyers that has been constructed indigenously in India. This is first of the four Visakhapatnam class destroyers and was indigenously designed by in-house design of Indian Navy, that is Directorate of Naval Design, and was constructed by Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, Mumbai. It boasts of a sophisticated state-of-art technologies, weapons as well as sensors such as surface-to-surface missile as well as surface-to-air missiles, and also has modern surveillance radars as well as anti-submarine warfare capabilities. It is also capable of working in nuclear as well as biological and chemical warfare conditions also. So this is regarding INS Visakhapatnam. It was one of the four. It is first of the four Visakhapatnam class destroyers that is indigenously being built. Now regarding exercise Shakti, it was in news because currently it is undergoing. It is currently being conducted. So what is it? It is an Indo-France joint military exercise, and currently the sixth edition is being conducted. It has been commenced in France and is being conducted in two phases. So this exercise, the present exercise is focused on aspects of joint planning as well as mutual understanding of conduct of operations, as well as identification of coordination aspect that is required for jointly operating in counter-terrorism environments under United Nations mandate. So exercise Shakti, please keep it in mind that it is actually a Indo-France joint military exercise. So with this, I hope you have understood it. Thank you.